So let us wait for others to come. May pa, pila ka book participants pa. There are still, pila, upat pa ka buok. So while others are still incoming, wala pa man, wala pa yung nagkuan. So, good news. I don't know if this is good news to you, to all of you. Actually, our final examination is finally been announced during our academic council meeting, during our free time, the time lapse of 9 to 10:30, we have our academic council meeting bago pa ginahuman, and it was being announced by President that the final examination will be scheduled on the second week of January. Yeah. Then, mo na problema kay pinaspasay dayon og compute a grade. So I hope that you will submit all of the requirements, not only to me but to the other subject that you have, because you are only given a few days, and also the enrollment for the second semester will be on January also. So after, I think that will be a week only after the exam, the grade should be submitted, and afterwards, enrollment dayon. So that's it. Huh? So, i-unmute sa ta mo karon mag-istorya sa ta. Sige. So, you can talk to me if you wish. So, that's already final. That the schedule for the final examination will be on second week of January. Kaya nga naman, our midterm was extended. So, that is why, no? What happened is, maunang ato pong gi-extend ang atong final examination. Second week of January. And at the same time, during January will be the enrollment time for the second semester. Oh, react po mo gamay. Lester, unsa may ikasulti ninyo? Asa mang uban? Kadugay ba? Hello.
Kulba man.
Walang kulba man. Second week ang finals. Then after that, di man kay, basta kumpleto lang inyong mga requirements, kumpleto tanan. So, no doubt, wala may failing karon. Kung kumpleto inyong mga requirements. Kana lang requirements yun ninyo. I-complete yun ninyo. Okay, the grade will be, there will be no, I don't know if that will be true to all. There will be no failing grade, but only INC in case you will not submit, now if you could not submit some requirements, that's it. So wala failing grade. Pero kapoy kayo na INC, the grade. Oh, where are the others? Nangawala. Wala pa man. Upat pa, wala pa hing kuan. So our next topic is about percentage composition. So this is just a continuation. This is just a continuation of what we have discussed a while ago. So let's wait for them. Kawamray 10:30 no? Nag-una-una lang po. So Monay, I don't know if that brings good vibes sa inyo nga extended. So di pag yun ay Happy New Year or Merry Christmas during your vacation, because you have to come back for the final examination. examination by next year. Dugay kayo no kay next year. So that's it. We haven't yet decided at what kung yan naman gani if it will be extended. I don't know if we will be adding another chapter. Or no problem if we will add another chapter. Mag-discuss na yapon ta. Ang dili ka-appeal kay lisod ang internet sa ila, we should also understand them. No? That is why I want to have it recorded. Ano i-record yun na ako kay para sa tanan. Aron walay, nobody will be left behind. Na siya. Everybody should be accommodated. We will start at 10:30. 10:30. By 10:30. So we'll wait for others to come. Mag-admit lang sa ako. So, 6 pa kabuo. So, ana ha, kung sa mga requirements ninyo, ayaw gyud mo, pasa gyud mo. That is why this will, of course, this will make you pass. Huh? Possibly walay bagsak, pero na ay incomplete grade. So, lisod po kayo ng incomplete grades, di ba? Yeah. Napulo pa ta kabuo. Let us wait. Nangabot na sila. So, we will just wait for them. Thirteen pa ta kabuo. What lang takadyot while waiting for others to come. Oh, 17 pata. Asa mang uban? What's the time? Oh, 10:34. Sige. So, I repeat, I don't know if it's good news or bad news sa inyo that the semester ends by January pa, no? So, uh, examination is already scheduled. We had our academic council meeting a while ago during our break. Okay. And it was being announced by the president that the final examination will be scheduled on the second week of January. And at the same time, January also will be the enrollment time. So after Sigursa final examination, a week is given to compute the grade, and afterwards, the passing of the grade, possibly na as third week or fourth week ang enrollment. Ana na siya katuan. Then classes will start again by February, siguro. Ana siya for the second semester. So as I have said a while ago, please, tanang ninyo mga requirements in other subject, not only to me, you should submit it. No? So, dili gyud siya Happy New Year o Merry Christmas sa inyo. Kaya naman, you will be looking forward for the final examination by January. Pero kalimti lang sana. Okay, yeah. Basta, submit all your requirements. That's it. So, our topic is the last part manisha, the last part in chapter 3, that is the percentage composition. What do you mean by percentage composition? Okay, so when you percentage composition, even no, even our blood. Okay, our the body composition comprises of 70% of that is water, atong lawas. And 30% comprises the muscle, na mga bukog-bukog like that. So that is why we need, in times that we have an LBM, that is low bowel movement, kana magkalibanga ta, we need to replenish our body with water. Ano man, we will be dehydrated. And why? Because the composition of our body is 70% of it is water. Mauna siya. No? So, how will we know? That is by means of percentage composition. Even water, H2O, H2O comprises of two components of an element, that is hydrogen and oxygen. Actually, 79%, oh no, yeah, almost 11% ra ang hydrogen, and 89% of that is oxygen and H2O. That's it. So we need to know what is meant by this percentage composition so that we will know unsay mga component niya. For instance, as you can see here, as you can view here in the screen that we have, this has something to do with margarine or peanut butter ba ni siya? Yeah. So, butter, peanut butter. So, in your peanut butter, you will know its nutrition, di ba, na mostly sa likod, na when you buy something, for instance, in your grocery, when you buy something, na yung mga nutrition facts na naa sa likod. Okay, especially for those who don't want to get fat. Okay, di na sila gusog na ay mga fat. For instance, here, take a look. Butter is not good for those who wants to get thinner. Okay, nga naman, take a look. Total fat content, 23%. Saturated fat, 10%. Why cholesterol? Pero take a look. That is equivalent to that 33% of that is fat. So, makatambok siya. No? So, that is what is meant by percentage composition. So, if you want to know the content of the food that you buy, no? Especially if it is in grocery, that is being in place there in the label. No? So that is what is meant by percentage composition. Okay, so what? How are we going to get the percentage composition? No? Percentage composition is being defined as the percent composition in the mass of each of the na, element or an atom in a compound. Okay, so what we are talking now here is a compound. For instance, H2O or water. So in that water, it comprises of two elements, that is hydrogen and oxygen. Unsaon ka nato pagkabalo nga pila ang percentage sa hydrogen sa water molecule or pila ang oxygen na sa water molecule. That is what is meant by percentage by mass. Did you get it? Okay. So percentage by mass is equal to the mass of the part over the mass of the whole times 100. Na? So mass of the part over the mass of the whole times 100. Okay, that is what is meant by percentage composition. But if this will be in terms of the water, katong water, that will be, if you want to get the percentage composition of oxygen, that will be the mass of oxygen over the mass of the compound. So, connected siya sa atong gidiscuss, no? Previous, katong ganina, a while ago. Meaning, you should know the number of atomic mass or atomic mass of oxygen, kintahay percentage by mass of oxygen. You should know the atomic mass of oxygen over the formula mass of water. Ingon biya kog atomic o sara ka atom, no? May kag formula two or more in a compound. Okay? Here. So percentage composition from a chemical formula. No? So to calculate the percentage composition in a formula, of course, the first thing that you are going to do, katotong gibuhat kanina, is find the molar mass of the compound. Unsa man to? Diba? You are going to add the masses of each of the compound. That's the number of atom of an element, pila ka atoms, multiplied by the atomic mass of the element. So, ikaduha na po nga element, number of atoms of the second element multiplied by the atomic mass of the second element, so on and so forth, then add it up. That is what is meant by the molar mass of the compound. So, pareho na, no? Formula mass of molar mass. Para na siya, ha? Then, calculate the molar mass of the compound in the compound for which you are solving. For instance, you have H2O. Kuhaon mo ang percentage composition sa hydrogen. So what will be? That will be equal to what? The molar mass or formula or molar mass of or atomic mass of oxygen over the what? Molar mass of the compound, which is H2O times 100. Okay? So here, divide molar mass of the component, molar mass of the compound, then multiply it with 100. Nganong 100? Because it is percentage. Okay? So for instance, we have here, this is caffeine. Caffeine is one of the components in your coffee, which will, no, there are tendencies that caffeine has two effects. Caffeine could either be a stimulant. May nga kag stimulant, pag inom ni mog kape, no, ang uban, ganahan og tulog. Pero ang uban, it will be a depressant. Ngano man, pag makainom ganig kape, dili nakatulog. Oh, that is depressant. Na? Stimulant and depressant. So, your caffeine has a formula of C8, H10, N4O2. Okay. So, mato step 1. Atong step 1, o sa to, kuhaon nato ang molar mass of each of these element or the formula mass of each of this element. So pila ka buok ka-atom sa carbon? 8. Pila ka-atoms sa hydrogen? Kani. 10. Pila ka-atoms sa nitrogen? 4. Sa oxygen? 2. Okay. So, of course, this could not be solved without the periodic table. Importante yung periodic table. No? Tapos inyo 2 decimal places ra. Ha? Okay. So, for carbon, how many atoms? 8 multiplied by the what? The atomic mass of carbon, which is 12.0 gram per mole. Ayun na ninyo gamita ang atomic AMU, gram per mole ninyo gamiton. Plus, sunod nga element, that is, naay mo sulod? Okay ra. Sunod is hydrogen. Pila ka atoms plus? 10 ka atoms, no? Multiply by what is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1 gram per mole. Plus 4 atoms of nitrogen multiplied by the atomic mass of nitrogen, 14 grams per mole. Finally, plus 2 atoms of oxygen multiplied by this one. This asa gikan sa periodic table. This is the atomic mass. Okay. Therefore, we have 194 added up. Kaning 194 grams per mole. This is now the what? The formula, chemical formula, or the molar mass of the compound caffeine. Okay? Sige. Next. Step 2. Okay. In your step 2, kung na to tagsa-tagsa, pila ka percentage ang nitrogen sa caffeine. Sa to? So, that is, same rigapon, this is that. Kaning 4 atoms of atomic mass of nitrogen, that is 14 grams. Kan mga now total or the molar mass of the compound. Katong molar mass katong atong gisolve ganina for caffeine. Therefore, times 100, it's 28.9%. So, nitrogen in the caffeine is pila? 28.9. Okay. So, as you can see here, pwede naman usa-usahaw na siya tanan. Pila man kabukto siya. Diba? Nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen. Wala na nato gisolve. Pero makita nimo nga niya ang nitrogen pila to 28%. Then this is carbon. Dako di ang composition sa carbon sa caffeine. Then this is oxygen and this is hydrogen. That is what is meant by percentage composition. Pwede na ito siya tagsa-tagsaon. Pag tagsa-tagsa ninyo, mahitabo kung sunod carbon. Carbon ni is equal to pila ka atoms sa carbon multiplied by the molecular or the atomic mass of carbon, no? Divide by 194 times 100, multiply it by 100, mao dayon ang sunod nga percentage composition sa nitrogen, sa oxygen. So on and so forth. Okay? Mao na siya. How to solve it. How about percentage composition by mass? Okay. So percentage composition can be calculated by expressing this data. Okay. For instance, no, katong ganina, chemical man to, no? Chemical formula ang gamit. Kani is given by mass. Mass ang gihatag. Okay. So, for instance, a student prepares a compound of tungsten chloride. Tungsten chloride, ha? So, ang tungsten chloride, how many elements is present? Tungsten and chlorine. Okay. He computed 3.946 grams of tungsten and for chlorine, 3.806 grams of chlorine. Let us calculate the percentage composition. No. Wala man siya. So you don't need to have the chemical formula because this is by means of composition by mass given na. No? So you can see the mass of tungsten 3.946 and the mass of chlorine which is 3.806. So all you have to do is i-add ni mo ni, di ba? I-add ni mong 3.946 plus 3.806 mo na siya ang sa compound nga tungsten chloride. Did you get it? Okay, so kuhaan ka na itong percentage composition sa tungsten. Tungsten has a symbol of W. Therefore, that is the mass of tungsten over the mass of tungsten chloride. Okay. Sa asa na to ko ng mass of tungsten chloride, i-add na to ning duha. Therefore, that is the mass of tungsten is 3.946 gram over the mass of the compound. Oh, running out of time. Oh, sige. That is the 7.752 times 100. Mauna dahil na siya. Na? So, mauna gyapon ng chlorine. Instead of here, mass of chlorine na siya. Be sure, once you add it, percentage man siya 100. Pag add mo ani kinahanglan 100 ra siya. Okay? Sige. So, this will be so mani practice. Mao ni inyong mga assignment. So, dili na ko mag-quiz, mag-assignment ra ko, no? So, this is it. So, kani ang problem 1. Pila na kabuok? Tulo na ka problem ha, katong ganina o karon. Okay, tulo na. So what is hydrate by the way? 9 minutes na lang. Mayroon gani ka hydrate mga bata is, a hydrate is a crystalline compound which ions are attached, gidungagan og water molecule. No? So for instance, this is, what is this? Ang pag kuan nimo ani, pag name nimo ani is calcium sulfate. Then this 5 here is maggamit ka og prefix. Mono, di, tri, tetra, and this is penta. Therefore, this is copper sulfate pentahydrate. Anak tawag anak siya. Mao ni ang copper sulfate, ang mao ni ang hydrate nga water. That's it. So, how are you going to how are we going to solve this? Okay. What is the percentage of mass of water in sodium carbonate crystals? Wherein it is sodium, no? Deca, no? So, ngalan ani sodium carbonate decahydrate. Okay. So, step 1, calculate the formula of the mass. Sunod, sige, sodium kana, no? Duha ka atoms nga sodium multiply by this is the molar mass, no? Or the atomic mass of sodium, 46. Sunod, chlorine, pila, usara. Carbon, usara, no? That's it. Oxygen, kanila sa ha, ayaw apila ni siya, no? That is oxygen, that is 48. Then, pagkuha nimo sa water, kinahanglan, where did we get this 18? Kaning 18 is 2 atoms of hydrogen times 1, it's 2. Then, the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. 6 times 2. Una nimo i-multiply sa how many molecules of water? 10. That is why it's 180 grams. Okay? So, formula of hydrate is i-add ni tanan. That is 286. So, pila man ang mass sa water. Therefore, step 2, percentage by mass, mass of the part over the mass of the whole. Water naman kinahanglan nimo, no? Percentage of mass, katong hydrate nga mass, 180 grams per mole over 286 times 100. Therefore, sa imong formula nga copper, what is it? Copper sulfate ba to? Hydrate, it is 62.9%. Okay? No? So, this is now another practice problem. Okay. Inyo gihapon ni aside. No? So, no need for this. No need for this. Okay. So that ends our percentage composition. So pila na kabook assignment ninyo? We will not have a quiz but assignment. So, o sige, pwede na ako i-download tong mga assignment siguro sa atong LMS aron nga to ma-record. What lang mo kay ako ra i-download, no? So, that ends our topic, no, for this. Okay, I will stop sharing na. So, we had discussed, as a summary, we had discussed about formula, mass, atomic mass, no? And we also discussed about how to compute for percentage composition. So I hope that you understand this, no? So we will end up here. Then please share your camera. Let's have anak picture. Sige, pakita niyo mga gwapo nga dagway. Dali kay mag-picture na mo ko'y taga-picture. So, pakita na mga Lister. Asan was Lister? Mama na? Ayaw sa kajut sa ma'am huwat sa ma'am kinala makita nila mga naong gwapa. What's up, ma'am? Sige, otro ha, ma'am. Tapos na. So, ako mo i-unmute sa may mga problema naman.
Deadline, ma'am. Deadline sa assignment.
Deadline, wala pa. Isunod na ako sa LMS. Dali. Next week. Di lang ta magdali-dali.
Na-pressure.
Basta kayo.
Mora tong dama.
Dili, oy. Upat to ka buok.
Upat.
Sige lang, ako ra isunod sa LMS.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, sige. Wala na yung mga pangutana. Ang inyo lang problema is, okay, katong wala ka appeal, ayaw problema po. Kaya pa sabi ko, no problem kay I had it video, no? Okay, video na ako, isod gihapon na ako aron tanan student, nobody should be left behind. Walay mabilin. Ang di ka appeal, makakuha gihapon, makabalo gihapon. Okay? So, wala na question. Hello, mga bata, wala na question?
Ma'am. Ma'am, wala may ka-join kayo na, ma'am.
Sige lang, okay na lagi. Kung kuwagyo na problema. Okay, aron, dili na siya mahimong reason nga dili mo katuon. You can have it through YouTube.
Okay, ma'am.
Sige. So, bye-bye and mga bata, dili maglaag ha. Nagka-interest ba ang cases?
Yes,
Ayaw
ma'am.
sa mong laag. Ayaw sa mong atog SM. Kaya mahal ng SM. Kami ra mga tiguang nga to. Ayaw mo ka. May kwarta.
Ang birthday. Dito ang Joan, ma'am.
Ha? Isa na yung birthday? Si Armel na yung birthday.
Joan, ma'am.
Armel, ma'am.
Armel?
Oy, dili, oy.
Dili?
Ma'am, dili, ma'am. Joker kayo sila, ma'am.
Sige, ma'am.
Uy, mga bata, marang second sem, di paghihapon ka. Di paghihapon ta maka face to face. Maura gihapon.
Okay lang, ma'am.
So okay ra good.
Okay ra, ma'am.
Let us just be thankful to the Lord.
Ganahan lang po si Siki, ma'am.
Uy, basta way laag ha. Sige, bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Maglaag.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you,
Good day,
ma'am.
Bye. Okay.